studying them?
Yes.
Okay. So let's say we wanted to teach people how to give a Bible study. So what we would do is we would put how to study the Bible. Okay, just something really simple like that, and you hit enter. And so everything that shows up, of course, is going to be how to study the Bible. So what you do is you come all the way down to the bottom here, and there's these things right here. And so this is what people are putting in the search engine of how to study the Bible. And so we have John Piper, who I'm not familiar with. They got 4
Bible study tips is 480 hits a month.
Yeah. And so, okay, let's say we did that. What we could do is we could put that in Excel somehow. I'm not familiar with Excel, but the guy kind of like highlighted all these and threw it in Excel somehow. I'm not, like I said, I'm not familiar. So what he did is that he copied all this because he doesn't care what it says at the end, trying to see what people are searching for.
Okay.
So he copied all this, and then
Mom, look at that. Look. It says how to study the Bible with someone. Nobody is searching for that.
We'll wait. We'll see.
That's sad.
So, yeah. So, no, actually, it's okay. You want to put that in there. Trust me. You want to put that in there. Okay. So then, well, let's check that one out. Put that on. Go down there. See what that'll do for us. That brings up some that Bible study guide 20,000.
Wow.
So it's just you just choose what you want, and then you just keep on following it. So you would do that one, right? And then go down to the bottom, and you choose all these. So then we hit up on different things to find out what are people looking for. But then another thing he went to is he did keywords, Google keywords, and then he went to places like Reddit. Now, how do you spell that?
R-E. No, you spelled it wrong. And then REDDIT.
Okay. All right. So then you go there and you ask the same question.
Yeah, Reddit's a great place for subcultures.
Oh.
Hey, that's RuneScape.
Huh?
That's RuneScape.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Figured I'd give this, get your girlfriend. How did she go? Oh. Oh.
Okay. So we want to put Bible study in there. BIBL study. And then hit enter. And then he said, like, I haven't tried it yet. So want to go through this. So then you come up here, and then it has these titles, and so you would look these ones you would read, and you would want to see what's popular. Oh, he said to see which ones are popular. He said that what happens is they're either down, what's that called, down voted or upvoted.
Yeah.
And,
those are trending on top.
Yeah, and he says that you want to look at the ones that have the most votes on them.
Yeah.
And yeah, and so like this got kicked out of Bible study for justice. That's a powerful one. So you would highlight that one. You would highlight that one and throw that in your what is that called? Your Excel sheet, right? And so then you would just go through it and you feel like you choose whatever. This one only has 13, so maybe you'd want to look for something different, right? And then after you just read it, you might go to Quora.
Okay, you're doing that thing again where you're explaining the what before you explain the why, because all this what you're showing me looks interesting, but I have no idea why you're telling me this.
Well,
And we always want to
what I'm
start.
telling you is that when you fill out all these titles that are high, that people, look at as high, as the ones that they're clicking on.
Yeah, viral.
Huh?
Viral.
Yeah, and you put them in a document, it'll give you the title. It'll give you a bunch of titles that you could mess around with, make your own title, or even copy the title. When it's in something like this, because it's not out there mainstream, you can make a video with that title or get suggestions, ideas of that title, and you can see what people are actually interested in right now, what they want to, what they're searching for, what is catching their attention, and stuff like that. And so basically, what you're doing is you're just collecting titles to see what's attractive to people.
What's trending?
Yeah, what they're clicking on right now. Yeah. And so when you do that, then you're able to get those viral videos.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Thank you for explaining that, Mom. It's good to explain why before you explain what in every conversation. So you're showing me more. Well, you know that I'm not much of a researcher. This isn't my cup of tea.
Wow.
So how do we I understand that it's important, it can be helpful. How can we work together in using this information? Because I don't see it likely that I will actually do this.
Well, I think that when you teach people who are working with you how to do things like this, I think that like even this could be a class, like a little snippet of part of a class, like on research or something. And then if somebody's learning how to do YouTube, then they can use this aspect of it to help you when they're like video editing or something, putting in the title. I mean, just because this is here, you can't do everything, and we're putting together the things that the aspects that people like to learn, and we're making like libraries and stuff. This would be good. And this would also be good in teaching, because all content that needs to be out there has to have a title.
Yeah.
It has to stand out from everybody to be competitive.
Right.
So I think that this little trick that I learned would be something good to teach everybody.
Now, did you learn that from Jump Cut? Because there was a class on Jump Cut showing you all these things too.
No, I just see that.
Okay.
I've seen it on a couple of different.
Yeah, oh, that's good. So you've been studying titles?
Yeah, I've been studying titles.
That's awesome.
I've been studying titles and artificial information.
Intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay. That's great. I'm happy to hear that. It looks like you've been very productive this week. This is the power of synergy. And when we're able to study about the same thing, that we're working on the same goal, moving forward, it's like the skyscraper effect where you take a skyscraper that's already tall and you just build on top of that. And then you can get even taller. So we're building on each other, on each other's research. That's really rewarding and it's relevant. This isn't something way far in the future. This is something that we're actively in need of doing. I'm glad you were showing me that, Mom. Why'd you turn off your video?
Oh, I don't know. You don't have
Well, I do have mine on.
Oh, I don't see you.
It's not on Zoom, but
Do you need mine on?
I would like yours on.
I like yours on.
All right.
There you are.
Yeah. So that's really interesting, Mom. I'm glad you shared that with me.
But you just said you already knew it.
Well, yeah, I I knew that, but I would not do that. So my question is, how do we how do we implement that in our context of the Army of Youth?
Well, I think that how we could do that is that if we do like if you have a subject that you want to talk about, we can do research on it before you talk about it. That way we can talk about whatever that headline is.
That'd be great.
And implement the headline instead of getting the headline for what you already did.
Yeah, and how YouTube also searches through the words that I'm actually saying and the watchwords that I'm specifically saying, and we can use those, and we can make sure this is something I've always wanted to do, but to make sure that I use the keywords that people are searching for in the actual verbiage of how I explain stuff. Yeah, I think that'd be great. That'd be wonderful. If I had to do that before every video, personally, I would be really discouraged to make videos. But if I had help to do that, that would be something I'm totally interested in doing.
I think that if we sat down together like once a week,
I agree.
we decided what subjects we want to talk on, and then after we discuss that, then we could use the time. Like I could go search out what the target headlines are or whatever the words being used, and then get that back to you, and then you could choose out of the headlines what you would want to talk about and what kind of words to use.
That would be fun. I like that suggestion. I think that's great.
So, and we could do it on more than one subject.
That's wonderful. I really like that, Mom. Yeah, I like that. So it seems like getting together once a week to do that would be a little bit more in the future, because I see that if like I want to get together once a week. I haven't done it yet, but if we got together once a week, I think what would be very beneficial as an Army of Youth team meeting is to discuss what are we doing, where are we going, and why are we going there. And just as things develop, just keep communicating what the plans are, what the current study is, what the subjects and areas that we're moving forward. What is our focus right now, so that all of us could understand what the same focus is. You see what I'm saying? Do you agree about that?
Yeah, that's like present truth. You want to be on the same page.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you were studying about SEO, and we had that conversation. And it was like, yeah, there's many precious truths. Like SEO is precious, and we will need that very, very we'll need that. But right now, we're not really working on websites that require that at this time. And you searching about titles is present truth. Like that is a present need at this time that will help us to get to SEO sooner. And then when we're at SEO, when that becomes present truth, then there's more people to focus on it together. And we have that synergy of moving further faster.
That's a good subject right there to throw in your book.
What?
The present truth, with the stages that like do your research or whatever.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like when it comes to giving Bible studies, I call that the chain of truth. That's the watchword. It's link after link. There's connected truths in order. There's an order to the gospel.
Like my
glasses? They look like glasses.
They look different than my blue ones?
I didn't know you had blue glasses. I feel like we've had this conversation before.
I had brown glasses, and then I put on blue glasses, and now I got these like pink and blue, brown.
I don't even know what your lanyard looks like.
Oh, it's still the same. It's got the little flags all over it. Pretty dirty though.
Older. So, yeah, I think that's good. Now, but what about the format of the meeting so it's not dry? Because I could see one thing that kind of like hinders me from starting a team meeting is I feel like that's another presentation I got to prepare for. But how can we do it in a way where it's very collaborative? Like maybe I can give a few minutes of like, this is why we exist. This is where we're going. This is how we're going to do it. Um, and then we have some like discussion or feedback or progress reports or, you know, what do you think would be good to hear from people? Just testimonies?
Well, we could put a template together, and then just keep hashing out the same thing every week. And if there's something special, put a section there for special, like if we need to go beyond that for a week or two or whatever.
When you say a template, you mean like a format of the presentation, like 20, 20, 20, like 20 minutes for this, 20 minutes for that, like that?
Yeah.
That's good. No, I agree. That would make things manageable.
And if we had certain subjects that we were talking about too, like we're going to be doing titles, you know, like if you, because you're the one who's going to speak, you want to speak and you really want it relevant. And so when you get an idea, I know that's what you want to talk on, right? That idea. And so if you just put in one or two words what the idea is for the title, and then underneath it we'll do like research titles for that subject, and then
Mom, I think you're talking about titles for videos, and it seems very narrowed and focused on that, which is important. But I don't know if this is a subject that's relevant to the whole team in a team meeting, because with the Army of Youth, what we're looking at is a legion of 6,000 Bible readers and training people how to give Bible readings. And we're looking at training 70 disciples and how to do media ministry. The 70 are working on the YouTube content that we're producing, and the YouTube videos, the actual content, would be training and educating the 6,000 how to give Bible readings. So they actually are not different; they're connected greatly.
well we would need to know we actually wouldn't be able to get the titles until the following week, so we have to have a time when we could submit, or a place to submit the title. Maybe we don't submit the titles during the meeting, like submit them to you later or something.
Yeah, like on Messenger, like in a Messenger group.
Well, yeah.
Or on Notion.
Notion's good.
Yeah, Notion would work.
I think that's better than.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Notion would be good. But here's the thing that's really big on my heart and mind right now is I don't know how much I told you. Well, first of all, I would say even bigger than this is that I am trying to figure out how do I communicate to all of the people. This is a thing, because like you being like the people around me are less, or, I mean, they understand more. You know, the inner circle, the inner circle gets a lot of information. The outer circle gets a lot, but slightly less. And then the outer circle just doesn't really get any information. And people who only, like I see once a week or something, it's just really hard to keep them up to date. And then depending on what form of communication that we use, it's hard. Who are the team leaders?
Of the 70, and then of the
Yes.
1,000.
Yes, but we have to form the team leaders. We don't have them right now. You see what I'm saying? We don't.
Does that mean that you have to do everything?
Well, no, I know I don't have to do everything, but what I'm saying is how at this point, when we're not big enough to have a bunch of, wow, that lighting is so much better now. When we're not at a point where we have all these teams like that, we're at a point where it's a small team where we're wearing many hats until we develop more people. How do we communicate these things to other people?
Well, why don't we have a team of group of people? So if we have, I forgot what the team are called. So the people who are going to go out and get Bible studies, we'll call them one group, and then everybody above them will be in that group.
Well, we have that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Make the other team, but the people below won't be in there.
But we have I agree with that, but we have like the content. We have people who are doing like graphic design. We have people that are doing video editing, video recording stuff. And we have people like you who are working on the broadcasting and the uploading and publishing portion. And we have people that are giving Bible readings. And we have people that need, like Willie needs to train people how to do Bible readings and learn himself. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like it's my responsibility to put together a curriculum to teach people how to train them about what the system is. My big burden and desire right now is to document the process of how we do evangelism, so we're all on the same page. You know what I mean? So we speak the same language. That's a type of content that I want to produce, because I think if I got videos on this, we could all be in one mind. And
yeah, because that's like an electrician. They have their own lingo and they do their own way, and they have their concepts and their products and their way of doing it. And missionaries the same way.
Yeah, and within the army of youth organization as volunteers, there's going to be watchwords that people need to understand in order for us to rightly represent the vision that we're doing. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so how to communicate that to other people without doing one-on-one phone calls every single time, or one-on-one conversations in person every time we try to share with people. And I'm trying to record more videos like this conversation. I'm trying to record more videos so that people can access these, while at the same time cut them into other useful clips, and at the same time, I don't know, do things with it so other people can watch it.
I tell you, if you watch that video I sent you today, that webinar,
Yeah.
it will answer a lot of those questions.
Okay, great. You're funny, Mom. It's interesting to see your growth in being pushy and begging to being like, you are associating a pain point with the solution that you're trying to guide me to do, and it's really effective. Like that. And then you're not word vomiting. You're just dropping in a line that creates curiosity and intrigue. You're actually consulting. You're listening, and then you're listening, and then you're providing a solution based on what you've heard. And that shows a tremendous amount of growth. Like I'm seeing this and I'm like, wow, praise the Lord. That's my mama right there. You weren't always like that. No, I'm serious. No, I mean that comment really makes me, it's not too much, but it's not too little, and it makes me really want to watch the documentary.
I hope you really want to watch it. I hope that guys meet someday and talk to each other.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see it too. So that's one area, and I believe a team meeting will help to communicate these things. But at the same time, this is another thing that's on my plate, and I'm just giving you a debriefing right now of kind of like what's going on. A big thing that's on my mind is like, well, if we're gonna have Bible readers, it's a lot easier to get Bible readers than it is to get Bible leaders. And we need to develop the leaders. It's like, where do you find great leaders? You don't find great leaders, you develop great leaders. So as we do that, we need to, I believe it will be effective to create content that deals. Okay, I read the book E-Myth Revisited, and it's a life-changing, like it's profound and amazing, the type of stuff that it says, and it's literally giving a plan of action, like step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for us to do, getting this up and going and raising up this army. And so what it's saying is map out the organizational structure, which is what we're doing, what we've done, or what's kind of happened, at least as far as the 6,000 Legion, not the 70. The 70 is not mapped out yet. I don't know how to do that yet. But with the 6,000, then we have that set up. So what we need to do is go to work. Like here's, yes, the content on training them. And training them needs to be step by step. So my question is, should those be the online courses we're providing people? And should we charge for that training? Should it be a subscription? Should it be an upfront cost for that training? Should it be free? Should that training be on a free YouTube video that points people to an online course that is a lead magnet that's dealing with the very, 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 very basic, like the partner assistant, the people who are dealing with their objections? Step 1 of evangelism is recognizing your calling, overcoming the objections like, oh, I don't know enough, or I don't have time, or I'm not a pastor, or I don't, like, all those objections. That's step 1, recognize God's calling. And then that could be a free lead magnet. And then through there, they're like, wow, I want to know training. Then the next course is the partner leader, who's leading out in the study, the partnership of 2. And then the next course could be a team leader. And like you're saying, have meetings with team leaders, but have these meetings in an online course format to educate people before they become team leaders. They need different training, and then charge for that.
Well, I think that it should be a course that they grow with. Something like, okay, I'm going to take this course, but not that course. Then I'm going to jump over that course and get this course.
No, I agree. It is a step by step. Everybody starts as a customer first type concept. It's like, no matter how experienced you are at teaching the gospel, you are a partner assistant first. If you're an experienced teacher, then you're with an experienced partner leader. Even the team leader or lieutenant leader could be your partner leader, but they're going to show you our system, because like our system is very unique to how we share. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That way they don't. Because some people are missing basics.
Yeah.
Basics for something.
Right.
Not a lot, but they're missing a little.
Right, and a little goes a long ways. Exactly. So.
But then when you're doing different courses, you want to take whatever somebody's looking for the most out of, and throw that out there to let us know that we have it.
Right.
And that is good.
Right.
Come back with the rug.
And it gives opportunity for growth and advancement and stages of development. It's a continuous advancement. It's not just, oh, you have it, you've arrived, you're there. Oh, but it's like there's always the next rank or the next thing to the next goal to work towards. So my question with that, you understand what I'm saying with like monetization's portion, and then also trying to understand the whole. Well, in order to create the content for the Bible, I mean the partner assistant, we need slides to be created. Like that is more fundamental than even training the assistants. So we need to train graphic designers like Orion, Tina, Willie, and different people who like making slides. Renelle, you, Rebecca, and creating resources like a course, step-by-step course showing the system that we use in order to create slides for all these partner assistant, partner leader, team lieutenant, stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? Why are you smiling?
Because I'm just thinking, I hope you and David or Gavin or however.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But what I learned from the E-Myth Revisited is a really powerful lesson of focus. Where do you, like in the beginning, your focus is like, I mean, from A to Z, your focus is one of your most precious resources because it's your time.
I keep thinking also that when we all came together and pumped out a bunch of slides one day, damn, they got done so fast, and there they were done.
Right.
And we can move on to the next thing.
Barn raising principle.
Really, and I know when you guys told me, it was like I was overwhelmed, and I was like, I'll never check up on that. And it seemed like an instant. You guys came in, pumped them out, caught me up, and I felt like, whoa, I can do this now, you know? And then I was able to do it after that.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you're getting bogged down, it's like your mind can't even go there anymore, and you get buried. You don't get bogged, you get buried. And so I think that concept of working together to knock things out really fast. And this might be one of those things that need to be knocked out with a team of people.
I agree.
Yeah.
And that's actually why I called you. Because I want to communicate, this is the barn raising. What you described, you know what a barn raising is, right? Where everyone in the community comes together to raise one barn and then they go to the next person. Yeah. So the barn raising that I see right now, that's like the lowest thing that needs to be developed, and the sooner that could be like that could be have developed systems, tutorials, training, documented, video and written on how to create slides. Then we can move on to teaching the Bible assistants and then the Bible leaders like that. So what I want to do is I want to barn raise the slide creation and really get that going.
What if we set aside some time, like 2 or 3 hours in a week at once, that we farm raise all the time on whatever we're working on?
That would be awesome. That's an awesome suggestion. I want to write that down so I don't forget. Oh.
And that way, if anybody gets bogged down, they'll feel helpless or hopeless.
We kind of did that at team time a little bit.
Yeah, it did, and it was very effective.
Okay. That's good. I like that. So, at least when it comes to creating slides, it seems hard because everybody's at different like levels and abilities with that stuff to communicate that or to troubleshoot that. You know what I mean? Because you have Rain, Orion, Tina, myself, you.
So if we record the time, if we set aside the time
Yeah.
and if somebody's got a job and they set aside a time, then they would be dedicated to that time and they would work their schedule around that time.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a job, and if they care for it like a job, they'll say, hey, I can't do anything during this time,
Right.
no matter how good or how much it is, and set that time aside.
Yeah, create a non-negotiable.
Yeah, and it's like for this Claudia can't like leave her school. We're going to be recording that time, right?
Yeah.
And then she can participate her time on her time.
Yeah, with the Army of Youth Organization YouTube channel. Yeah, that's where this video is going. I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. Okay, so I like the barn raising. Yeah, and remember that guy who taught us how to create a system for creating systems?
I remember, but I don't know what his name is.
Right, of course. I just want you to recall him. So I was going through a system and on Notion, and I realized I'm like, whoa, the number one step, the first step for creating a system. Do you know what format he recommends doing it? Remember how you and I were working on a system for creating the micro content machine system? We went straight to a document, right?
Yeah.
He says start with the video.
Okay.
If we start with a video, then in the video and then don't script it, but just do the work and talk about what you do, how you do it, and why you do it in the video. And then as you go, take the video and you can even have a different person on the team, but use the video to create the document. That made sense. And I realized I'm doing it backwards. I can make video tutorials. You see what I'm saying?
I think different people do it differently.
Yeah, but I was struggling while I started with the document. Yeah. Would you struggle? Like what you were just showing me was doing a screen recording and a voiceover explaining what you were doing and why. Well, you didn't say why until I answered, but then you explained why. And so, what if you recorded that and you had that resource and that tutorial and you were training people how to do it? Would you be able to record a Loom video? You don't have to record your face if you didn't want to. Could just be the screen, but it's nice if you record your face in the little lower left corner, picture in picture.
That's not little, that's like half the screen.
No, it's no. It's a little left corner. I don't know what you're referring to, half the screen. Are you talking about Loom?
I'm talking about Zoom.
Oh, no, I'm talking. Yeah, I'm recording this. Oh. Well, no, I'm talking about Loom, though. Using Loom to record the screen. Oh, good. And then if you did that, then the people that are more geared for creating documents and writing and technical writing, who love and thrive at that, they can just document what is said in the video. Does that make sense? Yeah. We can take the video and run it through headliner.app and get an artificial intelligently transcribed video, and someone who's gifted in editing can take that transcription and turn it into a documented system. Standard operating procedure.
We have people gifted in that. Yeah.
I'm praying for people who are gifted in writing. I don't know people yet. That's a medium that I'm not sure of. I thought of Zach because he's British and they usually are really interested in that stuff. And Pamela said she wants to transcribe our stuff. She's a writer. I guess that's like by trade or something, but she hasn't gotten back to me yet. You don't know who she is.
What if you have a call out at the end of your service and at the end of your blog and stuff like that?
I feel like we need some sort of like strength and weakness assessment test. Like, what are the skills that people like? And identify these things. It's kind of like a placement test.
That's almost like having a writer where you have video. Right? You got to call for who you need right now.
Well, partially, but it also helps that individual to know their gifts, but it also could take inventory. It doesn't mean that we'll use a writer right now, but we can take inventory. And we can just let them know we don't need your help right now, but we'll keep you in mind in the future. See what I'm saying? Remember that volunteer form we had with Walks of God Ministries?
Yeah.
Like that. That's what I'm referring to. But using what we know now and the vision we have now with more clarity now, we can do a much better Google form.
That's good. Yeah.
You think that would be effective?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's only 4 ways to communicate online. It's audio. Do you remember what those were?
See, there's audio, video, written.
Pictures.
Oh yeah, pictures. How can I forget that?
I don't know. Audio, video, written, pictures. So if we find out what are your favorite methods of communication, what are your favorite ways to consume content?
Mine's videos.
Yours is videos. Mine is audio. And Renelle's is pictures.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So we all have, and then like someone else might be blogs. So because of these different ways of learning, we identify because you love video so much, you are more gifted and geared. That's your calling, that's your gift, is like YouTube channel management because you love YouTube. And that's Michael's gift too. With the SEO and channel management and stuff like that, he loves it. Because he consumes so much content on video. On YouTube. Does that make sense? You know what my favorite format is? How'd you know? No, I was gonna say teaching. I like teaching in whatever can effectively communicate to the most amount of people. Yeah. But I know that they all have their benefits, so try to use them all. And I believe every effective teacher will use them all, and that's what we're seeking out to do. So moving forward, what I'm working on now, my current priority is to record Loom videos, short videos explaining how to use Google Slides. And from there, pray for someone who's technically inclined to be able to transcribe those videos and, not so much transcribe them, but I mean, they could even take in a Headliner app transcription and identify and they could document them into a written form. Does that make sense? You like that?
Yeah, I really like that. I like that. How long of a video does it transcribe?
Oh, it only does up to 2 hours.
Oh, only. That's plenty.
I know, isn't that awesome? It's great. But here, this is a limitation. The file can't be larger than 200 megabytes.
Well, I can't make any sense out of that because I'm not sure what that means.
Oh.
I don't even know how much it's talking a megabyte.
Yeah, well, when it comes to audio and video, it's a little differently. Well, I'll put it this way, Mom. For like the last many years that we did, 5 years we did YouTube, an hour video usually was about 1 gigabyte. 200 megabytes. Yeah, that's the max.
Wow.
So
that's like way off.
Yeah, it's way off. How do you get 2 gigs? 2 hours, 2 gigs, and then two. So I think what's going on is that max 2 hours is audio. I think that's how big of an audio file you can upload. So if we have a hour and a half video, we have to take the video and strip the audio from it. We need to convert it to MP3. Then we can upload it, and the MP3 will definitely be lower than 200 megabytes. Yeah. So that's what we would have to do.
I know the Hannahs really love audio.
They love typing too. Why are you laughing?
Because they're very busy.
I know. They're really busy. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. I'm going to be right back. This isn't my phone. Hello? No, this isn't Kathy. Do I sound like Kathy? Whoops. All right, I'm back. Welcome back. So, you know what's really nice about this? This video, I'm so glad we recorded it because this will give us ideas on how to improve our system for creating systems. We can document that in there.
And what's nice also is that people comment on this video and get suggestions.
Yeah, like anybody who's watching this, if you know someone who's gifted in writing, this is a need we have. And I'm at a loss to know who likes writing, who can communicate, who can take a transcription and turn it into an article or a blog, or who could believe in the vision enough that they're like, I want to dedicate the time to, like, I believe in this and I want to see it through, and to be able to work together to create written content for the Army of Youth. Maybe they're a technical writer, or maybe they are a fast typer. Maybe they're just a transcriber and they can they can fix transcriptions. Or maybe they're good at proofreading. Whatever their gifts are, we definitely need some help in those areas. Let us know in the comment section below. Yeah, that's what my question was. So, what was I saying what my current goal is to record short videos, how to use slides. That way we can do a barn raising on organizing the slide situation and raise up an army of slide presenters and makers and stuff, and provide a template and just hash out all these systems to make it so simple that people can understand this. But here's the thing, even more deeper and fundamental than that, I believe, this is my belief, that the more people, the more of God's workers who understand a system and what it means and the concept of duplication, they will benefit greatly. Because by understanding these concepts, they will get what we're trying to do. because without these systems of watchwords, understanding systems, duplication, and some of these basic principles, it'll be really hard for them to contribute as much in creating the systems, because the systems is what we need the most. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So here's my,
Good training too.
yeah, and so I'm glad we got that far, because here's my temptation. That, you know what that makes me want to do? That makes me want to create content through the Army of Youth channel, educating a short class on watchwords or systems or understanding these themes and publishing it for free. But my question is, are they really going to be viral? I mean, they're not probably going to be viral videos unless they're worded in the right way. Or are those things that really people are searching for or trying to figure out in our audience?
I kind of think that aspect of what we're doing is like the part that nobody else is doing would be the best
content to share.
What will make your course stand out above the rest?
It's the unique angle.
Yeah, and I think that just throw that out there and have it for free, and other people can put that in their course system either. I don't know that. I think that should be
Proprietary. That's a good word. But yeah, but with that, it seems like that's kind of like one of those things where like freely you receive, freely give. It's like I did not freely receive that information. I purchased it. Yeah, money and a lot of time, focus, and energy, and I sacrificed a lot of other pursuits to try to figure this stuff out. It's not easy. Most people wouldn't do what I've done the last like year or so. But well, my question with that is, in order to develop a community and gain an audience, we have to produce value and we have to communicate. We have to give things for free in order to attract them. That's what develops trust.
I want to tell you something. If you take a person and you say, okay, explain this. You and me. You say, okay, explain this. And then I'm over there, well, do this, and you got to do that, and go here and do that, and go there. And then you're over there, okay, and you're looking at everybody. What's on their hearts? What's on their mind? Okay, I see where they're at. Let's start here. You're so totally different at explaining things and teaching things than what I am. And just by your personality, by the way that your skills of teaching will draw those people in. I would not be concerned about gaining the people. I tell you, Enoch, between the two of us, I know we could bring people in because I know on the marketing aspect how to bring them in, and you on the teaching aspect could hook them.
This isn't between you and us. This is being recorded.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying that it's not. It's like because if you put up two people and you say, okay, which one do you like more? There's going to be some people that people like more, and there's going to be other people that they don't like more.
I understand what you're saying, and I agree with you. But my question is, if not talking about this, which I'm really passionate about, and I'm currently studying now, and this is what I'm studying in God's Word, so it's really easy to produce content on, then what am I going to record for the public?
Well, Enoch, you go ahead and you record that, because the stuff that needs to come is going to come. And of all the things that you recorded, we could use that to draw people in. The stuff that you have recorded already.
No.
Yeah, you can.
No, but that's not what I want to use to draw people in, because the way that I present in the past stuff is not calculated. It's not focused marketing towards our psychodemographics and specific. It's not target. It's not a conversation to Daniel.
Tell me, what would draw Daniel in?
I think casting a vision, explaining why we exist, what we do.
Why don't you do a video on that then?
Well, I think I should, but for some reason I just feel hesitant.
If you have like 3 videos similar to that, 3 videos of, not nothing content, but that
Same theme.
like, we could bring all kinds of people in. I know we can.
Because you would market that?
Because it would be easy to market.
Yeah.
Your personality and the way that you express things, people will see it and they'll say, wow, he's so young. Listen to what he's saying. Look at how he pulls all that stuff out of the Bible. Oh, yeah. All those different things that can, that hook people. I think that we'd be able to pull it off. And then once we get that behind us, you'll be able to work on whatever you want. And if you're working on something that's present for today, you'll be able to work on that.
So you really think I should start with the why? Well, okay, so then it'd be hard to record content that I don't see anything done with it. When would I record about duplication systems and watchwords?
Duplication systems and watchwords?
Yeah, because here's the thing. These are concepts that our team needs to understand in order for us to collectively move forward towards a common goal.
Right. So, and the reason why we need that is for that, but we also need it for the course, and so we can use it right now for what we need it for right now, because the things that we put in the course is what other people are going to need anyway.
Right.
To keep going in this direction. So it's good to do that too.
But where do I put it? Where do I save it? What do I do with it? What's the point of recording it if we don't put it somewhere?
Just save it. Show it to the people that need to see it now, and save it. You got so many channels.
So you're saying put it on the Army of Youth organization and have it as unlisted and just give it to the people who need to see it?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, how do I mean, I'm willing to do that. There's 2 things I want to ask. One, and this is exactly what's been on my mind for a while, and I'm so glad that you're talking to me regarding this, because it's been challenging for me and I don't know who to talk to. So one question, how do I determine what information should be proprietary or monetized and what information should be free? You can answer that. The question.
Okay. I think that the things that should be free will be revealed to us. I don't think that we know all the answers to that. But I don't think that your duplications to be answered are be free. That's for sure. And I think that things that would be free would be like, there's people who's afraid to go out and do missionary work. A video on how to overcome that fear would be free.
Okay.
There's people who want to do missionary work. They don't know where to go to do that, or what school to go to.
Yeah.
That could be free.
Yeah.
Stuff like that could be free.
Yeah, that's true.
But the stuff that your system, your idea, stuff like that, I think should be proprietary.
Okay.
I don't think that should be free.
I can swallow that. Another question that I have is, I forgot what the question was. My computer's about to die. We're supposed to be doing movie night about 11 minutes ago. So I have to get going. But I was trying to, there's that last question I wanted to ask. How to determine that? What did you say? That information needs to be proprietary, not shared with people? Identify. Oh, where do we put it? On the AOY organization channel as unlisted. So this kind of this goes along with the same challenge that I had is my struggle is communicating with like the 20, 30 people right now that are interested in having a part in this army. And how do I communicate to all of those things, the watchwords and the systems and stuff like that?
What if you had a channel for them?
I do have a channel for them, the AOY organization.
Put it on there. Put it on there and allow people to subscribe to it, and then we'll give them. Oh no, because the subscription and that means it's public, right?
It's public.
I don't know.
It already is public, Mom. The AOY organization is where I'm putting all these slide presentations and these tutorials on how to use slides and all the internal education, all of the internal training and watchwords and culture building and like this conversation that's going on in the AOY organization.
But if it's public, then it's going out into the public, and then anybody can learn.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not marketing or advertising the AOY organization, and I'm not encouraging people to share. But I can't like stop them from sharing at this point.
You know, it's gonna ruin your part of video going viral, a course going viral is having something that other people don't have. If it's easy to come to or to do,
Right.
then
Oh, this is what I was gonna say. You just reminded me. Okay, you're right. Having something unique is that. But I wanted to say, I find that, like with Gary Vee, he freely gives out all of his information. He's holding back no punches. He is giving every bit of working piece to everybody. Like, he's transparent as can be. But people still pay for him. Why? Because they're buying him and his company as a coach, as a mentor, as a trainer, step by step. And so the thing is, like, and here's a concept I'm grappling in my mind and bounce it off of you. My laptop's about to die. I don't know what it has 9 minutes remaining. So, I can turn off my keyboard and turn down my brightness. Okay. So anyways, what if, I'm so glad I remembered, what if, one of the biggest selling points of information products and online courses is that it's a step-by-step process. What if we published it publicly, but it's not step by step? And if we're producing such a massive, massive amount of content, it's that free value that makes people trust us. But who is going to watch? Who is going to go through? Like, if we have like 700 videos on the channel, on the free public channel, then who's going to watch all 700 videos? They would much rather pay, the true fans, which the true fans would also pay to support and get more information. And so those are the people that would already buy things. And but the people that would also buy from other demographics and stuff, they would look at all of this, they'd watch some of the most powerful free videos, and they'd see all of these different concepts, like 40 different topics we talk about, and they don't know where to start. Then they see a course that's like, look, we got a lot of information. Let's give you a step-by-step, and they'd pay for that course. Even though some of it is available in other places, and some of it won't be, but it seems like the convenience is what people pay for. Like for me, when I bought Jump Cut, it was the convenience and the step-by-step from someone who actually has the experience. That's what I was praying for, and that's what God provided, and that's what I paid for.
Well, it makes me think of Doug Asler. Now, Doug Asler gives everything free, right?
Yeah.
And for the most part, he goes and he does sermons, or
Yeah.
like seminars and stuff like that.
Donations is their number one source of income.
I know. That's why I'm saying that. And you can go at it where you take donations, or you can go at it as selling a course. If you take donations, make everything free.
Well, he sells courses too.
Does he?
Yes. So Ivor Myers, and this seems like the business model of ministries. Like freely you receive, freely give. Give out a lot of information because the information is content marketing. The more powerful the message, the more trust and rapport and virality will happen as we're giving some of our best secrets. We're living in a world. Huh?
What's the brand?
Yes.
Make the brand out of you.
Yes, and it develops like an expert status or authority on the subject. And then, so as this is being communicated, there are people who want to financially support with Patreon, crowdfunding, donations, things like that. They believe in the mission. And then there are true fans that will buy every single product you produce. You can't produce enough products for them not to buy them. That's your true fans. And then what else was I going to say? Yeah, like Ivor Myers, he gives out free content, but he also has online courses. And he'll even use, and remember Eric Worre, he does presentations, he does meetings, and he does things, and he records those events that he plans. Like for us, it'd be camp meetings. If doing camp meetings and classes, and then packaging that in an online course and selling it for $300. And that's what Doug Batcher did. He took all of his free content with Amazing Disciples. He sold a course for $300 on Amazing Disciples, and he packaged most of it was content that was already written in the testimonies or published on Amazing Facts or just different things like that. They're already published and given for free, but it's just all compiled in one location, step-by-step fashion, and that's what people paid $300 for. And there was so many thousand people that joined. He raised $700,000 in 2 months because of all the free content